嘿，各位好，这里是 Carl， 欢迎来到《星空主线流程》第4集。
Don't you lin me. I thought things had already gone sideways, but no, that was just the beginning. More pirates showed up when you were gone. We weren't as lucky this time. Calvert, Troy, some of the new Dusties, they didn't make it.
本集我们要
Who
拿到
knows with pirates?
2个神器。
Revenge, peeking at the scraps. Maybe they're from a different crew and we just got hit twice by sheer bad luck. Well, how could you have? You weren't here. Anyway, I was pinned down behind some crates with Barrett. Bullets and laser fire everywhere. No smile on that damn carefree face of his. Like he knew this was it. I started steeling myself to go out fighting. Then that idiot puts his hand on my shoulder and says, "Stay here, Lynn. I got you." Next thing I know, 2 of the pirates are dead, and he's got the 3rd one in a headlock. Drags him out into the open at gunpoint and demands to talk, or else I'm going to demonstrate Newton's 3rd law on this guy's temporal lobe. And that's when they brought out Hela. I didn't overhear everything, but after the 10 longest seconds of my life, Barrett put his hands up, and both of them ended up getting taken aboard the pirate ship. And that's the last I saw of either of them. Too risky to put that in the message. Too much liability. You know how it is. Our clients need to know when the operations start and stop. We handle the rest. They could have grav-jumped anywhere. I tried pinging a transmission to the ship in the comms building before they left, but the pirates must have fried it. You want to try it? Go ahead. But the odds of them being alive, even if you could find them... I've lost a lot of people on this run, Dusty. I just want to pack up.
上一期我们跟萨姆去了空巢，拿到了第3块神器，但是群星组织的成员巴雷特不知所踪，也就是第1集里面给我了我们飞船让我们以哪种方式去交差的黑人。本次他、海勒、玲姐均会有不同的戏份。玲姐和海勒稍后会成为我们的团员，我们相当于收编了吧。从我们给他打工变成他给我们打工，而巴雷特我们现在就要找到看一下海盗土匪他们把他带到了哪里。现在这个远程这堵门一共有2个破解方法，一个是找电池，旁边有3个，需要3块电池才能取出来，才能打开门。另一个方法就是拿撬锁器撬锁。本次撬锁的流程直接跳过，基本就是动脑筋。现在我们找到了巴雷特的讯息。
Would you be quiet? Trying to make out the grav jump calculations before we're out of range. Out of range of what? Out of range of the sensor array on Vectera. Would you keep up? Once we're outside the star system, the bandwidth goes from instant speed to effectively never. What good is sending a transmission down there? You gonna tell Lynn how royally screwed we both are? She doesn't even have a ship. You underestimate how many of my admirers there are in the galaxy, Heller. One of them is bound to show up, looking to reunite with this handsome face. We're doomed. Capital D, doomed. Got it, okay. Whoever finds this, I'm attaching the interstellar coordinates to the metadata on the transmission. Rescue us. Repeat, rescue us.
目前我们拿到了巴雷特
So,
留言信息里面的
you
图标。
actually get that computer working again?
现在我们跟玲姐交流一
Let me
下。
see that.
零监控。
Funny. Even knowing he's alive, I still never want to see him again.
还要跟
Hela,
巴
on
雷
the
特
other
一起
hand.
走的。
Okay, let me send you the location data embedded in the transmission. Find them, okay? Be a while before Argos comes to pick me up. I'll be here if you need me. And hey, if you ever need a little extra help, I've been thinking about a career change lately. Maybe it's time to put Argos behind me.
不用去阿格斯了，
Seems like you've been
I will do
keeping
it.
busy, Dusty.
当船员呗。
If, you find yourself in need of a capable traveling Kanyan, we should talk. My contract's up with Argos, and I could use a change of scenery. After this mess, certainly.
确
It's
实
just
只
a
是份
job.
工作，
Nothing to get sentimental
还要
about.
遭到土匪的打劫、海盗的打
Sure.
劫。
I don't mind taking orders from a former employee. It can't be worse than working for Barrett. If you give me an outpost to run, I'll have it optimized for rapid material production in no time.
打理哨站，
I can
但
make
是截止到
myself
一周
useful
目
in
的
other
任务为
ways
止，
too.
目前只是
I'm
让
a
零
good
件
hand
工
with explosives,
在船
and
底
you'll
待着。
never hear me complain about carrying a heavy pack. Works for
穿着
me.
如命，
I'm not fussy about assignments. I'll go where I'm needed. Right. I'll get to work. Let's catch up later.
OK， 我们现在坐标来到了另一个星系，现在我们会找到前时空的第二个人物，也就是我们第1集里面下电池的时候看到的那个男的，跟林监工一起的那个男的。现在我们会发现凯勒的
Oh,
这里，
hey, it's you. And here I thought you were some pirate coming back to kill me. Lucky me, right? Man,
了解一下事
I
情
was
经过。
so terrified when I got pulled on board that pirate ship. Barrett was all, sorry, brother, I'll get us out of this. Trust me. Not what you and I would call a plan, necessarily. Oh, I'm getting to that. He tells me we need to start pretending to fight each other. Trick the pirates into thinking they need to come in before one of us gets killed. I just remember him shouting, "This kid is a killer. How am I supposed to defend myself against these pearly whites? He's gonna bite my face
啊，
off."
这
I mean, I didn't think it would work,
巴雷
but
特
they came in. All of a
算
sudden,
是
we were wrestling with two
声
of
东
them.
击西，
Barrett reached for one of their guns. Bingo. Blasted the pilot right
现
in
在
the
把
back.
你
Through to the flight
也给搞
console.
得躺下了。
Dropped orbit like a rock off a high rise. I blacked out. And when I came to, there he was, smiling like it was just another day on the job. You missed the fun part, Heller. I mean, I go through all the trouble of saving your butt, and you weren't even awake to notice. Then he did the little finger gun thing. Well, no, I don't think so. I caught him holding his ribs a few
这
times.
季还活着，
Favored his left leg a bit,
在
you
这个
know?
星系也算是比较运气比较好。当然，
Oh,
也作为
yeah.
主角团的成员
Probably
之
should
一
have，talked about that first.
跟
Did
主
I
角有
mention
相当
I'm on a lot of painkillers?
相当关系的成员
So,
之一，不会
I
容易
was
容易
real
气死。
excited
而且
when
巴
a
雷特
ship showed up.
在后面会以一种意想不到的方式
Less
做着意想
excited
不到
when
的
I
事，
realized it was a
我只能
Crimson Fleet
只能
ship.
剧透吧。
And then, really, really less excited
我来搞
when
定，
Barrett
我来搞定
said,
就是被抓了呗。
"It's okay. I got this." He mumbled something to him, and then they were all gone. I was drifting in and out. But, I think I heard the word ransom. I was drifting in and out, but
又被神
Yeah
魂抓走了。
I think so.
深红呀。
Got a signal from the ship before they grav jumped. Guessing it was Barrett. Haven't really been in a good space to have a listen. Here you go. Hey, I should come with you, right? I don't think anyone else is coming. I think Argos is probably gonna write this whole thing off.
来吧，加入我们。
Plus, I'm 90% sure working for
一起
you
成为我的船员
would。be safer. I hope. Yeah, just, don't ask me to operate any heavy machinery for a while. Give me a minute. I think the worst of it is, yeah, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Ready to wisecrack with the best of them. Let me know when you want to head out. Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this
造
rock.
船工程3星。
Don't worry about me. I'm a tough cookie. The painkillers are starting to work. I'll be just fine after a good nap.
Let's go。
You bet. I've worked on enough remote outposts that I know a thing or two about optimizing them for material production. And if you're in the market for a mining buddy, I'm your guy. Phew, I'm glad to hear you say that. For a second there, I thought you were gonna leave me behind.
往找巴雷
What's
特
on the
呀。
agenda today?
不然在这干啥呢？哎，分配吧。目前没有烧战，也没
You
办法
got
分
it.
配。
Catch you on the flip side, boss. Thanks for letting me tag along.
现在收听一下紧急通讯02，看一下巴雷特的相关讯息。顺便稍微的捡一下垃圾。
You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barrett. Hey, since when is surviving being attacked causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console.
Don't move! He's trying to figure out our destination, probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit.
Well,
现在
yeah,
深红
thought I was making that pretty obvious.
挡走了巴雷特，
Okay, put the
我们
gun
现在要
down. I'm
前去
done.
营救他。
See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space we have out the window.
Tie him up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.
现在我们来到了巴雷特对方的相关劫匪人员。不过后面见到巴雷特会发现是另一种样子，贝塞尔，把尔变掉变成斯达就好玩了。不过该星球的重力还是稍微比较重，跳得不太远。B细节的研究哨站，唉，被废弃的研究哨站，被占领的，唉，被洗劫，没啥区别，反正都是这些这玩意儿。我们现在先看一下电脑。哦，目前我们可以把机器人控制改变一下，顺便把敌我的设置也改一下，方便我们进去营救巴雷特。不用拆除，把我加入友军就行，只要别打我就行。
Hostiles in range.
看到我们简单的把各位的敌人解放，要包括后台呀。基本老有这种小的障碍堵路。到时候只能绕路可以跳一下。
I have hostiles in range.
我有枪呀，时代变了呀！再紧张啊，有枪，你能快得过枪？这边好多部分直接让机器人帮忙清了，我们现在直接进去。
Oh yeah. There's no certainty to
开始聊哲学。
Once you really start getting out there, the laws of physics
看
kind
来
of
基
turn
本人没啥事，
into
也
suggestions.
没有啥阻碍。
You're pulling my leg again, right? What's the weirdest thing you've seen?
顺便双方继续聊
Holy
天，
shit. You actually found me.
真有意思。
Well, this is turning into a regular constellation party, isn't it? I should have brought drinks.
真以为开 party 呢。
Matsura the Grim here and I actually have a lot in common.
Both escape artists. Being captured by Sistef myself plenty of times.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Relativity. We're all just creatures of the universe trying to get away from what's after us. You know, it's actually been kind of nice. Matsura the Grim here is a great host.
No sense letting people's last moments be
你这边直接
unpleasant.
开 party，
See, that's what I like about you, Matsura. A real Renaissance man.
I have enjoyed our time together, Barrett. But I can't just let you go with nothing to show for it.
两手空空，想都不
Is
用想。
Constellation willing to pay ransom in exchange for this man's freedom?
哎，先聊聊，聊不了直
You
接给
want
钱
me
了
to end
懒得
all
打
this with nothing to show for it? A ransom isn't about how much one gets along with the
明理是
hostage.
非，关系归关系，钱归钱。
He does seem to be unusually skilled in that area. Sorry, but I can't. Enough. I must insist on payment
要
for
么打，
Barrett's
要么交赎金。
release.
看看多少钱吧。啊，4000还好。
That settles that.
钱
Goodbye,
舰
Barrett.
队交战，
I have
应该
enjoyed our
凑
time
有
together.
无所谓。
Likewise, Matsura. Good luck with all
而
the
且没准后期还会遇到这个角色。
pirating.
哎，目前暂时还不知道，没准后
Got
期会遇到，
nothing to say to you.
或者有新的任务，
He's free to go.
有新的交集。
I do not
Back to the
encourage you to
lodge.
return.
Matsura the Grim? Honestly, a pretty nice guy as far as pirates go.
是啊，
Think I butted heads with his mentor
不知道还
once
以为
years
斯德
back.
哥尔摩症犯
Had the same kind of surprisingly hospitable vibe. Hey, you're underselling my harrowing escape from certain doom here. A little charm goes a long way when the knives are out. Honestly, I was kind of rolling the dice with you. But hey, sometimes a bet pays off. Yes? Let's see. I've been in Constellation for a long time, as you know. I enjoy cheese, my work, and long walks on
明
unexplored
显突然
planets.
说有哪句话就触发其他的
What
联
else
系
did you want to know
其他的
about?
任务。
I think about it a lot. There's so many possibilities. Some wonderful, some terrifying. I'm not a fearful man, but I am just a man. And I'm keenly aware that this artifact could change my life. Or end it. Well, when I picked it up, I had no idea what it was. I knew it was something spectacular, though. I saw a vision.
不只是有闪
Flashing
光，
lights,
还有
the
各
whole
种
shebang.
符号标记。
Sure. Like what? Let's see. I enjoy What else?
就这些吧。
It seems like I should be the... On Bendy? No, wait. It was Kazal. I can feel Lynn's admonishing stare boring a hole in my back. She's not actually standing behind me, is she?
确实站在你背后。
Well, point is, my
That's
story's
right.
probably a lot like yours. We dug a pit, found some really wonky readings, and followed them to the artifact. Well, they certainly mean something, because not everyone who touches the artifacts sees them. My first instinct was it was a message of some kind, like the Voyager records. Communication from a higher life form reaching out blindly into space. But now I'm wondering if the vision wasn't just sensory. My new theory is something's changed in us physiologically. As in not just a message from beyond, but a delivery. Well, okay then.
哎，溜了。
Our business is concluded. See yourselves out.
倒是好的是，这个基地里面的东西能随便拿，不会有偷窃的标记，也不会因为拿了开始进行强制战斗。反正有好有坏吧，稍微拿点东西挽回一下4000信用币的损失。一般都是像这种小的箱子，或者上面有一些发光灯条的箱子，一般大概率里面都会有东西能够打开。上面瞅一眼，看看有没有啥能拿的东西。反正以后除了探索这颗星球以外，也大概率不会再来了。有负载，哎。垃圾桶啥也没有。 再来喽！现在我们要回到陋室，交下差，让各位瞅瞅巴雷特。
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
Belong to you now, or does he still belong to Barrett?
I see what you did there, Walter. And I know you've been secretly crying into your piles of money just waiting for my return.
Actually, Walter has been complaining about you more than usual, which is always a sign when he's worried. Don't start, Contre.
Wait, is that?
I'm up for a little adventure.
To think the first artifact was taking up dust on the library shelf. Now look at them all.
Hey, how are you?
You feel it a bit, can't you? Ever since I found the second one, had the vision, being around them is just comforting. So hey, I'm still not 100%, plus I feel guilty dragging you into all of this. Why don't I stick around, help you get adjusted to the weird corners of the universe? It doesn't really matter to me. Never get too attached to ships. After the 5th or 6th time one blows up and you get marooned, the romance fades. Plus the Frontier's a constellation ship. And you're one of us now. So it's just as much yours as mine at this point. Marvelous.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Yes, you're right. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard. Yes, well, a stocked bar is a treat I think Constellation can afford. For now. But if you clean us out, you're on your own. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home as much as anywhere else. Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? I'll take your word on that. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Up until very recent, but now, I don't suppose you... this, or anything else. You'll have to forgive me. I don't know you as well as the others here. If you weren't so new to the group, I might already know the answer. Not exactly, no. But I suppose it doesn't matter. You saw something. Barrett saw something. That's an unlikely coincidence. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the light. Frankly, until next time.
现在我们来到探查之眼，也就是群星组织另一个成员所在的地方。该探查之眼卫星是用来寻找关于神器的相关线索，定位到相关的卫星。有的能定位到位置，有的定位不到位置。
Vladimir's done so much work on it since the mask must be impressed.
目前简单搜刮一下站点，找一些医疗品呀，以防万一。
We got a rook on deck. Good to see Constellation getting some fresh blood. Former Crimson Fleet. An old Jacoboons would be the term for it, back in my day. Left that life behind me. Even before I signed up with Constellation, I was retired. Gotta pass the hours on the star station somehow. And the iron's always been good to me.
I've been trying for the more balanced approach to my spare time, personally. Reading science journals, picking up odd jobs on distant moons for fun, and sampling various cheeses.
Wish I could have been down at the lodge to see the artifacts come together, but I got a little lost peeking through the eye. That one's all on me. The eye is the nickname for the star station. Think of it as one big telescope.
神奇的位置。不过对于神塔来说就有点坑了。
Always preferred working alone, even around people I like. But we're all working together on this one. No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery. Now, this station, the Eye, rigged up for deep space scans. Barrett and Sarah teased out the signs of where our artifacts could be hiding after we caught our second one. But the data takes a slow ride along the Sea of Light. Years or decades between us and the fringes of space without a grav drive. No matter how good the scan, it's still just peeking at light, and she only has one speed. Lot of interstellar bodies in the way, too. All that noise makes squaring the circle harder. Only going to be able to give you so many at once. You won't be the only constellation out there. Andreja and Matteo are both following up on scans themselves. Matteo went out recently, but Andreja, it's been a while. Hate to pull a worried old man act on you, but I'm an old man, and I'm worried. Another Roken constellation who's making a name for herself. Likes to be on her own. I can relate, so I try to look out for her more than most.
It's okay to be worried about her, Vlad. She's been out there for a while.
She should be at one of the 2 sites I've marked on your star map. Can take care of herself, but we all need backup sometimes. Anyway, hopefully you'll be catching Fortune's smile, and we'll have some more artifacts to take a closer look at. Happy hunting. Usually doesn't. I'm overdrawn from Lady Luck 3 times over. It's a long tale to tip your ear on, but if you ever wanted to visit, I have a house out there in the Starfield. Thought I was going to see life's eclipse from there, but Constellation swept me away. Haven't been there since we started on the Eye. If you do go there, turn the lights off when you leave, okay? The Eye's seen all it can for the moment. Good luck out there. Ever run the scholars on the Centaurus Proclamation? The original treaty that gave every human the right to colonize the stars? Stolen by some fool's joke of a Crimson Fleet rook looking to trade names to Captain. Sight to see pinned above my chair, like the whole settled systems was mine for the taking. Time dances its years forward, and I'd retired. That's when our own Sarah Morgan walks into the tale. Fire in her eyes and her head full of intel I thought I had spent the labor's efforts burying. Of course, I didn't have the Centaurus Proclamation just lounging in my pockets. Belonged to the ship and her new captain in the fleet I had left behind. Tipped your ear long enough, but the short line of it, Sarah and I returned the treaty to the rightful owners, and I decided to hang around, lend an old pirate's wisdom to the mission. I make the visit when they need me. Don't mind the loner's life most days, and the Eye is important work. But I should make the trip more often. Can't let Walter be the only one tending bar there too long. Everyone will forget what a good drink tastes like. That's why I missed your little welcome party. Got caught up plotting all the data the Eye can give us. Wouldn't mind the helper's hand, though. Could speed the process along. Up-to-date planetary scans would help filter all the data I have to sift through. Maybe help to find the anomalous bits. And Constellation can slide a credit or 2 your way. All part of the mission of charting the stars, right? When you're orbiting a planet, your ship's scanners can pick up all sorts of information. Signs of life, resources, structures where they shouldn't be. It all gets downloaded into data you can hand over to anyone who's interested. And Constellation is always more interested than most. Truth's bells ringing soundly for us all there. Well, offers open anyway. That's why I wouldn't mind the helpers. Up-to-date planet and Constellation can slide. Then we're hand in hand in agreement. Now, get out there and burn some helium. Show the words another time then.
好的，现在我们已经有了2个地点，2个地点都有神器，而且其中一个地点能找到群星组织另一个伙伴安德烈亚。安德烈亚是一个女的，后期如果把她绑定为队员，可以做任务的话，可以逐步深入关系。后面也是算是可以攻略的角色之一。
What if we leave a few things here and make a second trip?
不过游戏比较好玩的一点是，不论你是跟谁搭伙，只要你的背包负载超过了相应的重量，它就会说一句话进行相关提醒。现在简单溜一圈，我们就先前往第一个地点拿神器。第一个地点星球是在一个经常起风沙。现在我们来到了第一个星球，刚重力跃迁完，就遇到了火烧飞船。非常简单的安排下，越级打这些飞船还是绰绰有余的。当然，如果差的技术非常的多，那这个就非常可能就需要多试几次，或者是你过试的时候，苟到一定程度，激活了你的存档点，后面死了之后就不用彻底重新开始，从打到一半的地方开始。现在驾驶技能可以准备有技能点后可以点到。先把这几个打到幽灵团的飞船打掉。这个时候，如果后续各位转弯的话，一定要把速度降下来，马上能转到头，不然的话，你就相当于你在转弯转向的同时，飞船也在动，那基本就是一个无限转圈的过程。现在是一直在尽力的找飞船的瞄向，正好在前面。再瞄准一次，基本就能一波带走了，差不多了。哎，打掉，那拜拜了。靠近，靠近一下就能拿东西。哎，没摁的不及时，稍微找去，稍微靠近一点，先给不管啥先都拿走。现在我们终于签约到目标任务星球。签约完毕后，2个地点。我们后面在星图里面选择一个地点进行加固。这个点暂时没有遇到，进去拿完神器走人。神器风是算是极端性天气风暴，而且风暴会比较大，有点想到了北方天气的沙尘暴。 我所在的家乡经常经历这，早就习惯了。现在简单搜刮一下。目前这个山洞里基本没有什么怪物，大部分都是它如果可以游玩的地方的话，应该这个洞穴算是关卡设计，还不属于设计遭遇呀、战斗呀，因为它的路线设计的很巧妙。现在我们简单找找垃圾，调试一下装备，顺便能争取多找一些医疗包。后续还有一场战斗要进行。现在就要开始找路，看一下高低差呀，具体位置呀。不过游戏还有一个比较让人诟病的一点就是，甭管你是啥星球大小，地区的地图基本没有。如果你想指引到底的去哪儿，比如你这颗星球探索完了之后，你如果想快速移动或者啥的，你除了经过那个地方，把那个地方认出来之后，你摁 LB 变成扫描模式，然后你的准心对准那个地点的图标，就是你已经发现的地点的图标，然后那个时候，而且在你背包不负重的情况下，你才能进行快速移动。反正比较别扭吧，只能这么说。现在这块整体算是流程中第4块神器，我们找到第14块神器。简单先打2枪，因为有时候不确定矿石到底在哪，而且有的时候它的效果就是破碎的效果啊。这个破碎效果还是比较明显，是在神器明面上的，有的只是背后或者是背景稍微过一下。所以基本要打2下就要拿去神器，神器折磨。OK， 第4块神器到手，我们现在前往下个地方找安德烈亚，已经拿到第5块神器，溜了。后稍微有一点绕路，不过倒也还行。不过还有一点是，有的时候去一些星球，你在洞穴里面，进入菜单按钮，然后进行星际签约的时候，能直接签约，有的地点就不行。反正目前暂时还不知道是因为什么原因。现在目前把这个图跑出来，只是为了让各位瞅一瞅。顺便做一个跟下一个做一个算是它们的关联。OK， 我们现在到了下一个地方，寻找安德烈亚。重力0.61，那这个重力其实相对来说会比较轻了。我要当太空人，每次飘起来之后老想到这句话，我要当太空人。废弃放这么亮，肯定有人作业。爆炸！现在简单溜一溜，看看能拿点东西。头盔又负重了。刚简单收拾一下背包，背着包有负重。现在我们撤。不，我们现在要进去找安德烈亚， 顺便拿到第5块神器。
On some planets, it
OK，
takes a
进门我们见到了
cave
我
formations
们
to
新的
grow.
队友。
Don't come any closer.
On others, it can take
Identify
days.
yourself. I am fine. He was clumsy. Made far too much noise. Easy to deal with. You have not answered my question. Who are you?
我是 Carl。
You are from Constellation. Vladimir said someone might be coming.
Andresia, good to see you. Looking a little more murdery than usual, but let's just say they had it coming.
You are the newest member, yes? Do they often send you to check up on other, more senior members? I suppose.
我也觉得。
We waste time. We should complete our mission and then we can talk.
OK， 现在简单。
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
能拿的拿一下。前方就开始了，前方就继续战斗。哦，对，顺便还要把那个机器人的敌我设置一下。目前有的关卡，后续的关卡中，除非是特别设计必须机器人对付你的，大部分关卡中，你如果发现了控制，电脑控制，基本大概率都能，非常提前的把敌我设置进行确认。但是后面有任务，会把敌我设置放在非常后的位置，就是相当于变相要让你遭遇。OK， 现在我们又进行逃一下。敌人，我们先想办法下去。目前大部分按照重力感受来说，它大部分下去来说伤害也不会太高。而且目前测试过高楼，从第4高楼掉下去的话，也就是会得点病。
Oh yes, I know how this ends.
还有一个，稍微搜一搜附近，然后我们前去后面的地方寻找洞穴。这个短刀攻击力一般吧，目前虽然品质非常的好，但是攻击力很一般，有的时候不如枪械。但是如果你子弹用完了，实在没办法了，那我基本就用这个兔兔。
Hey, and your name at the same time. It's friendly.
I do not see how that would be friendly. My name is my name, and it should not be altered without my permission.
I just wanted to say thanks for the daring rescue back there. I had plans for Matsura, of course, but I appreciate the backup.
说出你的故事。
You know, that Crimson Fleet pirate who held me captive for a bit a while ago. I just appreciated how you rescued me. That's all. It's good to be part of a team, isn't it? To be part of something so much bigger than any one of us. So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can trust is important. And that's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out when you're in a jam. Exactly as often as I need to. Jams are just sticky successes, right? At first it seems annoying, but it eventually washes off. Just wait till we get matching shirts and start having official cookie days.
饼干日，饼干日算是自己
Sounds amazing, right? Reminds me of a time when I got stranded on a ship carrying tons of frozen foods when its engine and gravity system died in the middle of nowhere. The captain allowed everybody to eat only the cookies since the meats were so expensive. But with no gravity, the cookies baked into weird little spheres. So naturally, we floated around eating cookie globs for days. I'd say we gained quite a lot of weight. But as we were in space, we factually did not. They're one of humanity's greatest achievements. Modern medicine, space travel, and cookies. Constellation is quite pro-cookie. Because, you see, we value human accomplishments. Speaking of which, I'm glad you joined Constellation. A long time. We should talk about it someday. I'd need to get some tea going for that chat, though. Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before. You know, being a member of Constellation has given me a lot of opportunities, and a fair bit of stress, I'll admit. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined up. I would have never done so many things, met so many people. It's mind-boggling how different I would be. And I never would have met Irvin. Or lost him, I suppose. Irvin Madani was my husband. He was also a brilliant biologist who joined Constellation a couple of years before me. Yeah, he's gone now. I remember his bright smiles when I returned from my trips. Wow, more brilliant than any star. The war happened. He was caught in the crossfire between the UC and the Free Star Collective. It was right after he finished a job on Gagarin. Some terrible job, I don't remember. That's kind of you to ask. People used to say that we were polar opposites. He was quiet and shy, they said. But that wasn't true. He was just that way around everyone else. Statistically, that's certainly accurate, but it's not that much of a comfort. Irvin's been gone for over 20 years. Strange how memories can pop up when you least expect it. Well, I'm enjoying my time adventuring with you, and it reminds me of Irvin in a way. We had so many adventures together, and then it suddenly stopped. Maybe part of my mind is trying to remind me of that. All right, let's see. He was a biologist, specialized in botany. He loved plants. For years, he carried one with us on trips like it was our pet. He even named it. Haven't thought about that in a while. Well, maybe I'll take you up on that offer later on, Captain. I need some time to think about things. On that note, I think I'd do well to distract myself with a little adventure for a bit. Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat.
变相催你赶紧完成任务，哼，打工人。
I hope wherever you store that, the smell will not be an issue.
现在我们需要找到前往神器的路线。本次游戏里很多的洞穴基本都灯光都非常暗，而且有的坡很多地方都看不到。
This again?
再加上每个星球的重力设计不一样，所以很多地方的地图，它的设计你都要依靠重力少、跨度大的特点进行赶路。前方又有遭遇战，而且感觉目前距离神器越来越近。拿个医疗包。
What was that?
挺佩服你这么远距离有的手雷也能扔过来，哎，只能说佩服。这边以为这真的是重力再低的话，手雷哇扔这么远。有点离谱， 之前原计划想的是要不直接跳下来，后来想了下，感觉太高，怕万一有摔死的风险怎么办？所以还是稳点儿，稍微把刚才对面打我们的敌人是简单的清一下。下完之后下楼，谢丹先生算是自己在武器方面点的第2个技能，第1个就是默认的弹道学那个，然后后面激光的是没点，2周目的时候才点的激光。简单搜一下，目前离神器很近了，我们需要再跑。给你一梭子，一枪，直接崩。
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
是的，我也不想放。现在我们就要大概知道了神器在哪儿。哎 ，OK， 我们现在要下去。大小混球，感觉混球土匪。这个翻译倒没啥问题，换个称呼是不是会稍微更好玩一点？问你的敌人叫啥？混球。前面太空什么深红什么。OK， 现在直接混球，不要问就叫混球。目前下来的基本不用管。枪的伤害也高，火力也不密集。太空劫匪，不是劫匪就是混球。哎，现在找到了神器，简单扫一下，扫下完之后把那个矿石打。有的时候很迷，这个有的时候现在才发现，破碎的效果之后，我知道的神器掉，那有的打完之后就在那个贴图的底下，反正有这个。
You did not respond when I called to you after you pulled out the artifact. Does that mean Barrett's theory and experience were correct? The artifact grants the first person who touches it a vision? The fact that it has happened to both you and Barrett is already more than we had before. I think it is important that we discuss what you saw back there. That man. What I had done. It was, yes. I appreciate that you see it that way. A very practical outlook, not one I find is shared amongst members of Constellation. May I ask what your background is? Argos. I have heard of this company. Small, reckless. Interesting. I do not have experience with this profession, but I have my own experiences with risk. We both seem to be unusual additions to Constellation. Please, I would ask that you not mention to Vladimir the circumstances in which you found me. This is not the first time that Varun zealots have attempted to corner me. If it is known that this has happened again, well, it has been a while since I was given an assignment on my own. I would not want it to be even longer in the future.
明白，明白。
Do you understand? You are unfamiliar. This is a surprise. Few have not heard of them. They are fanatics, having taken the teachings of House Varun and twisted them into a belief that the galaxy must be wiped clean before the Great Serpent's return. So, in this I would say I have done the galaxy a favor. Yes, it would seem they have not yet learned how much it will cost them. But then that is their fundamental problem, is it not? An inability to see anything other than the path which they have created for themselves. Mom, this means we are in agreement. Thank you. That is good to know. I will finish here and return to New Atlantis when I can. You should go now, as they will be expecting us.
I have something for you.
OK， 现在我们回到陋室交差，看一下巴雷特
Here,
什么。
this is for you.
一般来说，后面你跟你的队友亲密度高的时候，
I had almost
经常赶路
forgotten
的
I
时候，
picked
或
it
者
up for
是
you.
进城今天之前，
Anyway,
他会
I
突然
figured you might
说，
have
有
a
事儿
use for it.
有空的话给我聊聊，或者是我有个东西给你。
Don't worry
大
about
部
it.
分给的东西，
If I see
钱
anything
或
on
者
our
是一
next
个小的物品，
expedition to
或
a
者是小
planet,
的吃，
then I'll hang on to
反正
it
就
for
是
you.
对自己恢复或者是购买东西有点帮助。暂时我目前玩的过程中，暂时还没有见到武器，就直接给把武器这种的。
This place is a delightful relic tangled up with hope.
哎，现在我们第4块跟第5块神器已经拿到手了，现在激活一下。
Look at you two. I'm jealous. I tried following up on some leads myself, but came back empty-handed.
They could be anywhere, can't they? Embedded in a rock, or in the hands of an unsuspecting novelty goods trader? A couple of scans from the eye, but it looks like you got there first. Shame on me for taking the scenic route, huh? I catch myself just staring at the collection sometimes, wondering what it all means. Maybe that's how our ancestors felt when they were looking up at the stars for the first time.
They didn't just gawk at the stars, Mateo. They explored. They tested. Science brought us to space, not daydreaming.
I disagree. What's the point of science if not to enable humanity's dreams? And where do those dreams come from?
Not every dream is a pleasant one. I agree with Noel. The work is what moves us forward.
You're with me, right? Science or dreams? Which one is the true muse of space exploration? Neutrality in a debate? I guess your side forfeits.
How can you forfeit if you don't even take a side? You're getting rusty with your comebacks, Mateo.
Well, I'll take a side. Without science, we wouldn't be able to explore the stars. Ancient humans had dreams too.
You know what? I just realized I completely overtook this whole conversation. This should be about you and Andrasia celebrating a win for the group.
I do not mind being asked to join in a debate. It was good to hear everyone's sides. But I do agree that we accomplished something together. Thank you for your help.
不用谢。
I have no objections. Let us see what else we can find out there.
Noel, pulling some interesting data from those
OK， 以上是《星空一周目》主线任流程的第4集。
Oh，
感谢各位的观看。
Then thank you,
下期再见。
But it was not necessary. We succeeded.